How is it going, guys? Welcome back to NHL 20 season. As we all know it by now, we are going to go out today and put all the alumni teams into season mode. We're going to sim up a season and we're going to see which alumni team comes out on top. We got all the alumni teams already plugged in here. Taking a look at some of the notable ones. 92 for Edmonton, 95 for the Kings, 85 over there in Vancouver. Nashville Predators about 84 overall, one of the lower overalls. Them in the Minnesota Wild. I should bring it up. We did put in the Hartford Whalers because Vegas doesn't have an alumni team, and we just plugged one of those in. I would thought it'd be ideal to go out there and get Hartford and the other two alumni teams out there. Is it the North Stars and Quebec? But I didn't want to go out there, and I guess it would have probably taken away the Minnesota Wild and probably the Blue Jackets. Yeah, probably the Blue Jackets because they haven't been around the longest. But I didn't want to go out there and take those teams out and upset fans of those teams. So, you know, we'll just leave the other ones out. Maybe do another video at some point in time with those two teams involved in it. But 84 for the Predators. We've seen the Blue Jackets, like I said, 80 overall. Not very good there. Devils at the 88. Islanders 99. Rangers 95. I think it was, yeah, Montreal. Montreal is stacked, 98. Them and the Red Wings. The Red Wings have a 99 overall team. You know what I learned this year as well? Is you can multi-select teams. Watch this. Watch this. Multi-select. I don't know how it ends up, but you can do that apparently this year. I like the addition. So we're just going to multi-select some teams that are like super stacked. And we'll multi-select the Blue Jackets because at the lowest overall. And we got to see that star-studded team. They obviously have their 80 overall. And we'll get this started. We'll see what happens here. It is going to show all of these, I think. I've never seen it do this before, so this should be interesting to see how it actually goes down at the end of the day. I am actually super excited, though, that they do have that feature this year. It's been not all the time does it come up, but every once in a while we do a video and it's like, man, if we could user select a couple teams here, maybe either A, force a trade to a team we want, or B, just be able to see how two teams do during the season, edit the lines and stuff, where we need to be able to edit lines on multiple teams. Finally being able to see that this year, I love seeing it. We're starting out with the Blue Jackets. It looks like we got the good old Ryan Johansson centering the boys. Coming up there is Modine Clark. What is Chris Clark doing up there? RJ Umberger introduced into the Ohio State Hockey Hall of Fame, I believe, just recently, right? A lot of these Blue Jackets, I'm going to show how long I've been a fan, I guess, because I have not heard of, like, literally any of these guys. Blue Jackets, if you guys have been following the channel for a while, you do know that I started playing the NHL video game before I actually started following hockey, so now it's like NHL 13-ish. So right around that time when I started following the Blue Jackets, about a year or two after that as well. So Feder, Tootin, Commodore, Tootin, I remember Tootin. The Blue Jackets. You think they threw Bob in net for us? Wow, they threw Garon in net. Come on, Bob's not even on the team anymore. You can't do us like that. Oh, sick. We can check it straight from this screen. True. Sawchuk for the Detroit Red Wings. Some of us can't speak. Maybe it's the new game hype. I don't know what it is. Can't speak lately though. And then we have Hull back there as well for the Red Wings. Checking out their forward lines. We see Hull. Speaking of Hull, we see Marcel Dion, Gordie Howe. What a first line. Good luck stopping those guys. And if you think you can, go out there and try to stop Lindsay, Yzerman, and Robitaille over here on the second line. Or maybe Shanahan, Madonna, and Datsuk on the third line. No wonder these teams in 99 overall. This isn't even fair. Just hand them the Stanley Cup now. Montreal might have something to say about it, though. Maybe. Montreal is not too far behind them now. Howie Morenz over there on the second line. Richard on the third line dropping to 90. And then a fourth line topped off with 287s and an 80 overall. Look at the defense real quick. Robinson and Chelios on the first line. Savard we have on the second line, and then Langway over there on the third line. A couple of 84 by 82, so a little bit of work could have been done on the defense there. 98 overall, though. You can't complain too much, but if there's a weak spot on that Montreal team, it will be the defense. We'll see if teams can exploit that. It's not really weak, though. I mean, to be completely honest, 80s, 82, 84 is still very solid overall. Patrick Waugh over there starting for the Montreal Canadiens. We look at the Toronto Maple Leafs, and we have Bauer and we have Maroda. We'll go over here and take a peek at the starting lineups. Sundin's in the game. Matthew Type, he is 27 years old in the game. Gartner, gonna pick him up for them goals scored in hot. Maybe, just kidding, because they're forcing us to play online this year. I guess I'm not getting those milestones, right? Too bad, so sad. I actually am a little bit sad about that, though, like, for real talk. Anyway, Daryl Settler, Conacher on the second line, Gilmore down there on the third, and then we got Ullman on the fourth line, centering around Andrechuk and Wendell Clark. Another really solid team over there. Wendell Clark's only got the 85 overall, huh? How about that? Timmy Horton over there on the first line with Murphy. And then that guy's name, who I still cannot say properly, is Eafrat. I don't know. I asked you guys multiple times and nobody's really made fun of me. But you know what it is? Because we are streaming the game. We're going to do some streaming, by the way. Just shameless plug. We're going to start streaming again next week. Maybe go for like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday deal for the beginning of it. I think we're going to stream. But I think that's where we talk about the Eafrat guy, because that's in Hut. And we don't usually play a lot of Hut in the YouTube video stuff. Maybe that's why you guys have not corrected me for it. I do appreciate it, though. You guys go out there and, I like to get the names right. I don't like messing them up. I apologize when I do. But by no means or stretch of the imagination can I properly say any names that aren't even English. And even English names I struggle with sometimes. I can kind of do like the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rican stuff proper. But that's because I guess I grew up watching a lot of baseball and stuff. I guess that's kind of a thing, too. The more you get, accustomed to the way the names are pronounced and stuff, it gets a little bit easier along the way. You just have to get used to. Hockey, though, they got like 6,500 different countries that players come from. That's a cool thing about hockey, though. You got so many different players from so many different countries representing their country playing over here. Germany, Switzerland, Sweden, it's crazy, but you got to love it, too, at the same time. The Leafs, they are playing in an absolutely stacked division, so we'll see how they do right now. So far, 17-9. They started a little bit slow. Looks like they're turning it up as of late. Be kind of cool if I could switch teams from... Nope, can't. I tried. I was going to say kind of go out there and switch teams from the simming screen right here, but it doesn't look like you can do that. Not a big deal. We'll see how the boys do at the end of the season here. Whoa! Whoa! Pause the screen. Did you see that? Did you see how quick that loaded? Holy cow. Let's just take a second and appreciate the simming. Usually you get to the trade deadline approaching thing and you're simming for literally a solid 20-30 seconds on the same day. Just went right through it. I love it. Love to see that got fixed a little bit there. Maybe we'll see quicker simming in franchise mode this year as well. Because it usually is. It's the pop-up stuff that kind of slows things down when it comes down to it. So now that they got that out of the way, we'll see how much quicker the simming can be. Season mode's always simmed really nice. That's why I've always enjoyed using season mode, because you don't have to sit in a simming thing for like 25 minutes. I always enjoyed that, but nice to see. Maybe now that the pop-ups are fixed, we won't see it as badly, and franchise mode will be improved as well. Good news on that front, right? Oh, geez, we're playing the Canadiens in first round. That cannot be good. Toronto, you poor things. There is nothing good about playing that stacked Montreal team. Maybe, though, maybe they struggled. Miholovich with 61 points. The Red Wings coming out on top with 118 points of that 99 overall. Canadiens right behind it. Poor Toronto, they just can't get past those tough draws, making it in the division, but playing teams with 106 points in the first round. Boston and Tampa. Tampa made the playoffs. They didn't have a very high alumni score. This was like an 80, I don't remember now, 87, 88, might have only been an 84, but shows how deep the Panthers, Sabres, and Senators alumni teams were, I guess. We'll look at the Metro. It was the Rangers. It was the Capitals and the Penguins. The good old Rangers, Caps, Penguins look so familiar. So many years in a row, those three teams were always in the playoffs. Looking at the Central, it's the Dallas Stars 112, the St. Louis Blues 110, Colorado Avalanche 106, 105, or what? Yeah, 105 out of the Blackhawks, 94 out of the Jets. Very, very nice. Minnesota, Nashville. Two teams not very deep on the alumni part, and it showed 79 and 78 points respectively. Looking at the Pacific, the Los Angeles Kings had 101, 97 out of the San Jose Sharks, 93 out of the Edmonton Oilers, with Wayne Gretzky and friends over there, Calgary, Arizona, Hartford, Anaheim, and Vancouver all struggling to make it, all struggling to crack 80 points just about as well. We'll go take a look and see how the points went out here for the season now as well for these teams. 61 as we brought up for the good old Toronto boy, Miholovich. We'll look at the standings as far as Gretzky and Brett Hull are concerned. They are like, we'll just take care of business, fellas. I'm glad that they are on all three teams. They didn't just say, oh, let's take away one of the players because they're not on that team. They can only have one player in the league. So they did have three duplicate players. Nice to see that there. Granted, Gretzky is wearing the wrong jersey or the same jersey on all three teams. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Gretzky and Hull ran an absolute train on a league. Can be confirmed that Gretzky in today's era can't drop 200 points a season. No, he's just going to drop 111, or at least in today's simming era. Brett Hull had 111 there, 56 goals, 55 goals, I should say. Pretty solid season out of a lot of guys. Lemieux with 88 points, 83 out of Modano. I'm actually a little bit surprised the point totals aren't a little bit higher than this, you would think, because they're playing with really good players. Looks like once again we're seeing the same sim engine in that department as last year, where you play with a lot of really good players, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have some ridiculously high point total. It's still going to be right around average point per game-ish kind of deal there. Joe Sakic over there at 77. Kind of want to see who led the league in goals here. It was Wayne Gretzky with 55 and Wayne Gretzky with 53. And if you did not know, Wayne Gretzky also had 52. So I'm going to assume, being that he was the 3 highest scoring goal scorers in the league this year, there's a good chance that he won a Maurice Richard. A pretty safe bet there. This might be. 67 assists for Hull, 64 for Curry, 60 for Curry. It looked like Curry was one of the best playmakers in the league this year. 111 points as a product for Hull before. 80s across the board there for Curry. Plus 48 for Paul Coffey. He loved playing behind that 99 overall team over there in Detroit. Oh boy, did he. Let's see if the goalie stats work this year. Let's take a look. 43 and 14 out of Salchuk. I don't think we'll be able to tell based on this kind of sim, because there was a bunch of solid teams. There was a bunch of 99s, a bunch of 36s as far as the goalie stats are concerned. But right now it looks promising. 932 out of Patrick Wall with a 38-15 record. You're 10-3 over there in St. Louis. I think he's on a couple teams. I had to make sure it was St. Louis there. 931 save percentage. 39-24 for Ranford. He carried the team, but they still look like they struggled to it. But he picked up 24 losses. A few more losses than some of these other goalies. Same could be said about Jagier over there, breaking even right there. 32-32. Go ahead, though, and start simming up some of these games. Who ends up winning us a nice, lovely Stanley Cup here? I'm just gonna go over and switch to Montreal because I feel like they're the favorite here to win it. So we'll see how they do in the playoffs. We'll see, though. We'll see. Yep, they're going to go out there and absolutely run over the Toronto Maple Leafs in the first round. I said the Montreal Canadiens were the favorites. I forgot all about Detroit. That's going to be the matchup of the century right there. And it's going to be the Detroit Red Wings winning in 7. That was more of a Stanley Cup matchup right there. Completed in round number 2. We'll see if Detroit made it to the finals, though. You never know. When playoffs, anything can happen. Detroit could have possibly got swept. They did not, though. The 99 overall Detroit Red Wings are our alumni of alumni Stanley Cup champions. You put all the alumni on their respective teams, and the Detroit Red Wings are gonna come out on top. We'll go out there and take a look at the playoff picture here real quick, though. See if they had any competition here in the finals. It was the LA Kings, a very good LA Kings team. Once again, a team with Wayne Gretzky. They took him to 6, but they couldn't quite get past 6 there. The Detroit Red Wings had a tough go about it, though. They went 7-1, 2 rounds, swept the Lightning in the first round. Who doesn't do that, though? 4-3 over there in Colorado over Dallas. Colorado, once again, they got, they was doing great first 2 rounds. They got out there into the finals, and like, I ain't really feeling it. Let's get swept by the LA Kings. Another solid team in their own. Gretzky v. Gretzky in the second round. No, Gretzky lost 4-2 there. He actually won 4-2 as well. Depends who you ask. Go and take a peek at the nice and lovely rewards, or the awards. Individual award, Art Ross. Wayne Gretzky, the Blues, getting the Art Ross, and the Memorial. Paul Coffey getting the Norris. We've got some picture updates this year. The trophies look a little bit shinier. Brett Hull with the Lady Bing. Calder going to, oh, yeah. No winner, because we're in the alumni. I was about to say, what is this? And I realized there's no rookies this year. So that makes sense. That's kind of cool to see. I've never seen that before. Iserman with a Conn Smythe. Patrick Wall with the Vezina. The William Jennings going to Ranford. Isn't that a thing for Wins, who played for the team with few schools again? Oh, okay, few schools scored. Okay, that makes sense. For Ranford, could pick up too many wins though back there. Mastodon going to Cuba. Gretzky with the Franklin J. Gretzky from Edmonton is more defensive than Gretzky from St. Louis. The Gretzky from St. Louis killed it. You got the Ted Lindsay as well, the Maurice Richard as well. Went out there and took care of business. If there's another video you guys want to see with the alumni, please do let me know. If you enjoyed this video, big thumbs up, a big subscribe. It'd always be appreciated. Never required. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.